Hey, welcome to Valua Capital. My name is Sam Gaith. This is my partner, Chris Lazarte. Today we're going to be talking about pitch decks, some of the things you need to know, look out for to make sure you include when sending them to potential investors. So Chris has many years working with pitch decks for small tech companies and growing tech companies. And Chris, why don't you share some of your insight and walk us through what we need to know?
Yeah. So obviously pitch decks are a very important piece of content that you're going to send to investors. Sometimes you only get one shot. So you're going to want to start out with, what is the problem you're trying to solve? And then what's the solution that you're solving? And what separates your solution versus the competitors? You're going to want to show what else exists in the market. How big is the market? Is it $1 billion market? Is it $1 trillion market? And what piece of that market are you addressing? Often I see pitch decks just throw numbers out there like we're going to address this huge market, but you want to show what component of that addressable market your company is actually targeting.
How specific should a company be when they're getting in the pitch deck? I mean, they only got so many slides. They can't fit in all this information. So, walk us through how specific their points need to be. Should they be more numeric based, more qualitative based?
Yep, it's a mix. When it comes to market size, I think you want to show a total addressable market. If you're going to be expanding later on down the road, just show what you're going to be doing over the next couple of years. What's the North American market if you're going to be targeting North America? Show that quant. And then also for your financial projections, you're going to want to show a 5-year forecast. What is your cash burn over the next few years that you're going to need to support the business? What are you going to need to raise from a capital perspective? What is your revenue going to look like? What are the key KPIs that your business is going to hit over the next few years to show success?
So it looks like there's a good division between qualitative criteria and quantitative criteria. What about management team, employees? I mean, are those things that you really need to address in a pitch deck?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, showing the background of the co-founders and the management team is important. If you're in a specific industry and you've got founders that have a history or strategic partnerships in that industry, then it definitely adds value to the company because it gives the investors peace of mind that you know what you're talking about.
Good call. And in terms of making the most effective use of the pitch deck, is there any sort of order in which they should have their content? Should they have company history in the beginning? Should they have the amount of capital that's looking to be raised, their goal? Should that be left to the end? What's some sort of methodology for having a good order in the pitch deck?
Yeah, typically what resonates well with investors is showing what the problem is right away. Like, what are you trying to solve? What is your solution? What is unique about your company and how are you going to solve it? What's the market size? And then get into more qualitative things like the management team, tie in what your capital raise is, and with that capital raise, what does the forward-looking financial future look like for the company? What's the ROI for investors if they're to put in a few $1 million or several $1 million into the business? So that's typically the flow that works well in a pitch deck.
Perfect. Any other key considerations that these tech company owners or small businesses need to know when creating a pitch deck? Any other sort of tips?
Yeah, plan early, have it reviewed by someone who's done it before. At Valua Capital, we've built several pitch decks ourselves, and we have experience with capital raising. So it's always good to have a third party look at the pitch deck, and also show advisors and others who have helped shape the company toward where it is today, and who are influencing bringing it to that next stage.
Awesome. Thanks, Chris. Thanks for your time. And get in touch with Valua Capital. We'll talk to you about how we can add value in creating your pitch deck and help you make the most effective one possible. Thank you.